Now circle should stop and you do it at the end of the lecture. So now the second chapter in the syllabus, that is the transient analysis, we shall conclude that session. One thing which we had not discussed, that I would like to make a mention, and you may proceed on it at your end because that is not that very difficult. We try to solve the problems related to the circuits which consist of reactive components by different means. Of them, one was some kind of conventional logic of assuming a solution, then by Laplace transform. Then we further try to solve the same using differential equations. So we construct differential equations and then you are supposed to use the conventional means which you must have learned in mathematics to solve those equations. So we shall go through that today. So our discussion will be confined to writing a differential equation. Writing a differential equation, we will confine ourselves, and then you are supposed to go for solutions, and in those solutions we must take into consideration the initial condition. So let us solve few of the problems by conventional differential equation logic. Again we shall take values to 1. Now determine the current IT. V in T is equal to this. Determine current IT. So this is to be solved by differential equation method. Laplace transform is not supposed to be used. Laplace transform is not supposed to be used. So we are supposed to construct a differential equation. So the question now is, how do we construct a differential equation? That we must proceed. I would give you one hint. V in T is equal to VRT plus VLT plus VCT. Right? Is it alright? It's a series circuit. So total voltage is addition of 3 voltages. So how can we write this? What is VRT? VRT is IT into R, which is 1. So there is IT directly. Plus one more thing. Initial condition. Initially there. Now here, whether the question of initial condition will come. Question of initial condition will come when question of initial condition will come. Will it come immediately as it is, or it may not come? The issue of initial condition may not come if V in T equal to 10 sin T has been applied from minus infinity. If that is applied from minus infinity, the question of initial condition will not come, because the effect of initial conditions remains only in the transient. In steady state solution, effect of initial condition is not there. Okay, to that we shall come later. IT plus what is V2T now? So VLT, L di by dt. L di by dt. What is L? 1. Okay, 2. So 2 dit upon dt square. Right? Plus now, what is this? VCT. Now there is some problem. Why? That way it is not a problem, but we need to express something in integral form, because I is equal to C dV by dt. But V is integral of I dt, I d tau from 0 to tau upon something. Right now I am not confident. So for time being I keep it as it is.
So, why is it taken dt square?
Sorry, not dt square. Sorry. I keep it as it is right now, because I am not comfortable with writing something in integration form. I will try my level best to put it in differential form. So the problem was, what is VCT? It was integration of something. But what is I? dVc C dVct by dt is equal to IT. So if I differentiate this entire equation once again, so what I get? dVdt upon dt is equal to dit upon dt plus 2 d2it upon dt square plus dvct upon dt. Now what can you write for dvct upon dt? For capacitor we know that vct is equal to, that we don't have equation, simple equation. So what is I is equal to C dV by dt. So C dVct by dt is IT. So dVct by dt is IT upon C. IT upon C. C is 1 here. Therefore it would be that I will replace directly by IT. That I will replace by IT. Now what is, so to find the equation, what I get, the entire differential equation what I get is 2 d2it upon dt square plus dit upon dt plus it is equal to dVnt upon dt. dVnt upon dt. So what is dVnt upon dt? If Vnt is 10 sin t, dVnt upon dt is 10 cos t. 10 cos t. And then this differential equation you can solve. This differential equation you can solve. Right? And you can get the answer. So constructing a differential equation from the circuit given is a major task, and then solution of this differential equation, when you solve the differential equation, when we solve a conventional equation, in that we get a unique solution. But when we solve a differential equation, we may get multiple solutions. For that, I would like to give you a simple example. Suppose if we are not considering in detailed steps which you must have learned in mathematics. say find out xt if, or ft we can, xt okay, no problem, x it's a function of t, or I can use ft, no problem, ft if dft by dt is equal to 1. I am having a very simple problem for consideration. Determine ft if dft by dt is 1. So you may take some time, may have teamwork of discussing yourselves.
T plus C.
It is
T plus C.
d plus c. So it has got infinite solutions. It has got infinite solutions. Right? Are you getting me? Because the differential equation does not means ft equal to t plus 1, ft equal to t plus 5, ft equal to t minus 4. So multiple equations result into same differential equation. Equation and its differential equation, there is no one to one, it's many to one. Therefore, when we go back from differential equation to actual one, by differential equation we come to know about what we come to know about. Okay, simple question. Why differential equation has got multiple solutions? Why differential equation has got multiple solutions?
Derivative of constant is 0.
It has got multiple solutions because a differential equation is only putting a restriction on the way in which the original variable should change with other variable. If other variable is t, differential equation restricts the nature of change of variable as a function of time. So what is original? The change can be from multiple original states. So the differential equation is silent on the original state, and therefore that must be explicitly specified. And for that purpose we need to know constant of integration, and that is determined by initial conditions. So any circuit which is available can be solved first by constructing a differential equation, and then by knowing the initial conditions. Now here there is one very peculiar thing, that this is not a in general differential equation is dV in T upon, this is the overall differential equation of this circuit. Means a circuit consisting of 1L and 1C has got this differential equation. So first let us write the differential equation. So right now what input, what solution, we are not bothering. First we must be able to construct a differential equation for the circuit given. So let us have another one. It is V in T now, that's all. What V in T is, whether it is applied from the beginning, whether it is applied from minus infinity, to that we shall come later. V in T. Determine the differential equation to find it. Means there would be, the relationship would be it dit by dt d2 it upon dt square, dv in t by dt, d2 v in t by dt square. like that. So multiple terms. So V in T and IT will not be related directly, but we can arrive at an equation which will consist of different terms of V in T, something into V in T plus something into IT plus something into dV in T by dt plus maybe something into d2 V in T upon dt square plus something into dit upon dt plus something into di2 d2 it I2 d2 it upon dt square. So like that. So it will be having a relationship between the V in T and IT in their own form and in their higher differentials. So construct a differential equation. Construct a differential equation. How will you construct now? In parallel, voltage across them will be same.
We consider only inductor or capacitor.
By that you cannot get the relation between IT. So you need to consider both, and then only you will be getting two small equations of I1T and I2T or ILT and ICT. Now in this, when we are solving by differential equation, now you are not supposed to use S and all that. We are not aware of that. Only what we know, we only know that voltage across resistor relationship is VRT equal to R into IRT. VLT is equal to L into DIT by dt, ILT by dt, and for capacitor, C dVCT by dt is equal to ICT. That's what only we know. So now we can, it's very not difficult. Only thing is that you see solution is far off. At least we should be able to construct a differential equation. Even if you are able to do that right now, it is a good achievement. So now let us call this as V1T. Let us call this as V1T. Right? This would be ILT and this would be ICT. So what are different laws now? IT is equal to ILT plus ICT. Right? IT is equal to ILT plus ICT. Is it all right? That is very clear. That is one. And then number two, V in T minus V1T upon R, that is 1. Upon R, that is 1. That is equal to what? Is it correct? Yes or no? V in T minus V1T upon R, that is R is 1, is equal to IT. So you can very easily proceed further. There should not be much problem. what you must get? Ultimately you must have VNT and IT in their direct form or differential form. That's all, and nothing more than that. So what is ILT? ILT, now there is a problem. Problem in the sense that we don't have direct relationship between what? ILT and V1T we can find for inductor, but in V equal to L di by dt. So we should avoid integration as far as possible. So we may differentiate this equation. So what we get? dit upon dt is equal to dilt upon dt plus dict upon dt. So can you get something here? This you may differentiate. You may differentiate this also. Just for the, so right now I am trying to put before you many assorted things so that you should be able to collect them suitably to write an equation directly. So now if I differentiate this, what I get? dVt upon dt minus dV1t upon dt is equal to dit upon dt. So how can you proceed further? So dV by dt. What is V1t? This. For capacitor, what this would be?
CD.
For capacitor, what this would be? dV. For capacitor, what this would be? ICT is equal to C dV1t upon
DT.
dt. So if I take 2 on the other side, dV1t upon dt is dV1t upon dt is what?
ICT upon
ICT, right? Is it clear? So dV1t upon dt is ICT upon 2. So this is ICT upon 2. This is ICT upon 2. Ultimately, I do not want, what I do not want? I do not want any term like V1 or IC or IL in the final equation. So do whatever you want and get rid of that. So So you have this equation, you have this equation, you have this equation. So ultimately you should create one final equation. So how can we proceed further? And V1 is voltage across inductor and voltage across capacitor, must be same. V1 must be same. So what is dV1t by dt? dV1t upon dt. What it would be for capacitor?
I ICT by 2.
It would be ICT upon 2. And for inductor what it would be?
ILT
For inductor?
DILT by 2.
For inductor what it would be? For inductor what would be? dV1t upon dt must be ICT upon 2. At the same time this must also be equal to V1t is dilt upon dt. So that must be, that also must be d2 ilt upon, these must be equal. These must be equal. So there is one more relationship. So right now I am putting assorted relationships. From that you should construct a final equation. So you should apply whatever thinking you can apply. So what we want that ultimate final equation, there should be the terms consisting of V in T and its differentials, IT and its differentials. That's all. So it should end. Now what is, you got the equation? Final equation? You have liberty to think on your own also independently. forgetting whatever is written on the blackboard. The idea is very clear. V in t is here, so you must be able to express IT in terms of V in t in its direct or differential forms. So 1, 1 and 2. So we may say sometimes it is not that we I think that a student who is understanding these things to some extent is of the in the state. It is not that the answer is impossible, but we are not getting to the answer. So we may try by alternative ways. So what is V1t? V1t is equal to V1t is equal to V in t minus VRT. But VRT is IT only because R is 1. So V1t is equal to V in t minus I. V in t minus I. Then we may differentiate this. So dV1t upon dt is equal to d V in t upon dt square minus minus dit upon t. What is dV1t upon dt? dV1t upon dt is ICT upon, but that is of no use for me right now, but let us say ICT upon 2 is equal to dV in t upon dt minus dit upon dt. What is ICT? What is ICT now? Now we may get it because we are now ICT I can say as
IT minus ILT.
IT minus ILT, right? ICT is IT. Now this 2 I will multiply on the other side. So I get ICT this I am drawing here. This we have taken as V1t. This is ILT. This is ICT. So ICT is equal to 2 dV in t upon dt minus 2 dit upon dt. What is ICT now? IT minus I is equal to 2 dV in t upon dt minus 2 dit upon dt. Now I differentiate it further. Now I will differentiate it further. What is that? dit upon dt square, and now I am getting it, minus dilt upon dt square, sorry, upon dt, right, is equal to 2 dV in t upon dt, and now it will be square because already it is differential, minus 2 d2 it upon dt square. right? And what is dilt by dt now? Dilt by dt is
V1T.
V1T, because VLT is equal to LDI by dt and L is 1. This is V1T. What is V1T? V1T I don't want, but I will put that at this form. So here for this I will replace. What is the final equation? Final equation like this. If not square here, I am again sorry. dit upon dt minus V1T, that is minus V in t plus it is equal to 2 minus 2 and then you can collect these I terms here and B terms on the other side. So ultimately we get it as 2 here, 2 d2it upon dt square plus dit upon dt plus it is equal to 2 dv in t plus v. This is the differential equation. Consider the differential equation in terms of V in t and it. Okay, recording off.